Finally, we took out the white thread and crocheted its bib, which was a lock needle to start the needle. We directly press the thread with the middle finger of our thumb, take out the crochet hook, and press it down here to rotate. There is a coil on the crochet hook. We hold the coil with our hands, and the thumb and the middle paper pinch where the thread intersects. Then we use a crochet hook to pull the thread through the coil and tighten the thread a little. This is the standing needle is not included in the number of stitches, and then we have to raise 11 lock needles and pull them around the thread. Here is the 1st stitch, the winding is pulled over, the turn stitch, 3, 4. 5678. 9, 10, 11, this side is the front of the lock pin. This side is the reverse side of the lock needle, and we crochet on the lock needle. From the half needle position of the lock needle, this small whip is made up of 2 threads. This is the upper half of the needle, this is the lower half of the needle, and we have to pick the upper half of the lock needle to crochet later. After the 11 lock needles are hooked, our first row is the penultimate hook of 10 short needles. Here is the penultimate stitch, here is the penultimate stitch, we pick the upper half of the V-shaped needle, and thread the crochet hook to pick a thread. Then pull the thread over, there are 2 coils on the crochet hook, we pull the 2 coils around the thread, and this is the first short needle. Next, we also pick half a stitch. Turn stitch, 3, 4. 567. 8910. After hooking, we have to hook a standing needle, wind the thread and then turn the weaving piece. Our rows 2 to 4 are 10 short needles in each row. At this time, the needle insertion position is at the place where the last short needle is located, which is here, and we enter the needle from here. I chose 2 threads of the V-shaped needle mesh, and a complete needle entered the needle. We hook short needles, and here is where the first stitch is. Second injection. Three, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. 9, the last shot, the 10th shot. We hold the needle position with our hands, then hook a standing needle and pull it around the thread. Flip it over, and then we move on to hooking the third row, also 10 short needles. We have already hooked a stitch, 23. $4,567. 89, the last stitch. The 10th stitch, then lock a stitch and turn it over, and the 4th row also hooks 10 short stitches. 12,345. 6,789. 10. In this way, our first 4 rows of short needles are hooked. We lock a stitch and turn it over to start hooking the 5th row. Here I forgot the marker buckle at the position of the first stitch, and found the position of the first stitch to hang the marker buckle. In line 5, we first hook a set of subtraction needles. We can reduce the needle like this at this time. First of all, let's thread the needle and pull the thread over. The next stitch is also a finished stitch. Pull the thread over. There are 3 coils on the crochet hook, and we pull it over with the thread. In this way, a subtraction needle is hooked, and then 6 short needles are hooked in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are still 2 needles left, and we also hook a set of subtractive needles. The crochet hook is threaded into the first stitch position and the thread is pulled over, and then the thread is threaded into the next stitch position to pull the thread over, and there are 3 coils on the crochet hook. We let the thread go through together, turn the lock over with a stitch, and we continue to crochet for the 6th turn. First of all, we also hook a set of subtraction needles, and we enter the needle from the position of the last stitch in the previous circle. Pull the thread over, and the next needle is also pulled over, and then the thread is pulled through the 3 coils together. In the middle are 4 short needles, 1, 2, 3, 4. Finally, there are 2 needles. We also hook a set of subtraction needles, and we pull the thread over for the first needle. The last needle is also to pull the thread over, and pull the 3 coils around the play, and then we lock a stitch. Cut the line here and you will do it. We can hide these 2 threads with a suture needle. Let's take a look at which side looks good and take it as the front, and hide the thread inside this pattern. If the thread is too short, we can also hook it directly with a crochet hook. After that, we take out the blue thread and first hook 35 locking pins. Stand-up needles don't count. $12,345,678,910. I have finished hooking 35 lock pins. Let's take out the small weaving piece of this bib. We are going to go around its 3 sides. Hook it with a circle of lace. From here, we first hook a short needle, and then 3 lock needles, 1, 2, 3. Then find a position to put the needle in, and then hook a short needle. The law of this lace is 1 short needle and 3 lock needles. 123,123. 123,123. 1, 2, 3. Can see the needle destination clearly. You can hook at every other needle, and then a short needle. 123,123. We can look at the approximate location here. Just find the location, 1, 2, 3. Then try to be symmetrical, and relocate this piece if it is too far apart. $123. 123. Then we also hooked 35 lock pins on the other side. Then just cut the wire and pull it over, and pull it over. In this way, the little bib is hooked, which is what it looks like.